OpportuNation believes that technology should enhance, it should not replace. And I think that's one of the biggest struggles we're having right now with the AI era. There's that fear that AI is taking everyone's jobs, but we need to correct it, especially for folks back again on the continent who do not even understand most of this. The idea is that there should be a human face behind everything that we do. AI helps with the resumes. Human beings help you get the jobs. The first thing you need are the skills to get you the job. Even a lot of our people, they know it theoretically, but when it comes to putting it into works, it's hard. So we want to have all of that in one place. We have global standard courses on the app. The second thing we're doing differently is, yes, we have job listings, but Jobberman and Indeed, they just post jobs. That's not what we do. We have our mentors there. We know how hard it is for Nigerians to get jobs with Fiverr and Upwork. Nobody's picking us. That's the truth. People have to go and create profiles in UK and lie that we don't want to do that. We are creating something for Africans by Africans.
All right. Good morning. My name is Adewi Omotola. I work as a writer and a reporter at TechPoly. I have here with me Nelson. Nelson, please introduce yourself.
My name is Nelson Sinsali. I'm a writer and reporter for TechPoly.
Thank you. All right, this is TechPoly. TechPoly is a blog, a startup that focuses on telling the stories of startup owners and their startups in Nigeria, Africa, and also extending throughout the whole world. So we tell the stories of startups, what they have been doing since the beginning of their product, telling the world about news updates in tech and also product releases. That is what we majorly do. And you would connect the dots that you being a startup owner is why we have here this morning. Are we together, Madam Valerie?
Of course, I can hear you very well. Thank you.
All right, great. So let's forget for a second that we have done our background work about OpportuNation. What is OpportuNation about?
So I like to call OpportuNation an integrated ecosystem that helps Africans meet global opportunities. I'm currently based in Canada. I've been living in Canada for about 3 years now. When I moved here, I came with a lot of experience from Nigeria. I had a lot to give. And when I started my career here, I realized, oh my God, the Nigerians and Africans were so talented. We're so broad. We know so much. And when you're interacting with other people in other parts of the world, you tend to wonder, like, why are we not getting the opportunities? And that is what gave birth to what OpportuNation is today. Wanting to give everyone from the continent a level playing ground. While in Nigeria, I worked with the nonprofit sector, so I was opportune to work with people from Kenya, from Uganda, from Ethiopia, Somalia, Sudan, South Africa, almost everywhere on the continent. We had colleagues from all parts of the world, of the continent. And we had people from all over the world, but I'm more focused on folks from the continent, and we're very talented. But when you get to the global stage, we're not represented enough, and it has to do with a lot of things. And we are hoping that OpportuNation can address those issues by showing the world what African talents can do. So yes, so that's what OpportuNation is about.
All right, thank you. So basically, OpportuNation is coming as a startup that has seen that has observed certain challenges and is willing to correct such challenges. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. All right. So now moving on to the interview properly, I and my colleague, that's Nelson, will be going through the process now. So yes, I want to confirm if you're here with us. Are you?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Perfect. So from our research, we discovered that OpportuNation blends AI-driven tools with human mentorship. So how do you now balance automation with human touch, needed in career growth and talent development across Africa?
OpportuNation believes that technology should enhance, it should not replace. And I think that's one of the biggest struggles we're having right now with the AI era. There's that fear that AI is taking everyone's jobs, but we need to correct it, especially for folks back again on the continent who do not even understand most of this. So the idea is that there should be a human face behind everything that we do. No matter how much AI, for instance, analyzes, or when you send your resume, maybe an ATS looks at it, no matter what, it must get to a human hand. One human being must have to look at it before you're hired, and that's where we come in. So you would see that we have included mentorship. We have an AI resume analyzer on the app that allows people to get good resumes and CVs that will beat whatever ATS that is being put globally. But we want to ensure that people who use our platform are able to get human guidance, and probably we'll talk about it in the next couple of minutes about how we have our mentors. We have the human experience through mentorship. Our mentors are drawn from all over the world. We are working with people from here in North America. We're looking at folks from Europe. We already have people who are based in Africa, Nigerians working in other parts of Africa, other Africans working in Nigeria. So these people will be the ones holding our users' hands while they land these global opportunities. So that's the dream, and that is how we plan to blend AI. AI helps with the resumes. Human beings help you get the jobs.
To congratulate you for the successful launch of OpportuNation on October 13th, 2025.
Thank you so much.
So now, I want to know, what is your comparative advantage at OpportuNation? What distinguishes you from other popular platforms like Jobberman and Indeed? What are you offering that they have not offered? Why do you think? Just tell us basically what's your selling point really at OpportuNation? What innovation are you bringing in?
I think the biggest thing for me is that integration that I spoke about initially. You have everything in one place.
Okay.
If you're out of school,
Okay.
you have the courses. The first thing you need are the skills to get you the job. Even a lot of our people, they know it theoretically, but when it comes to putting it into works, it's hard. So we want to have all of that in one place. We have our courses. We are hoping to get global standard courses on the app. The second thing we're doing differently is, yes, we have job listings, but job listings are not Jobberman and Indeed, they just post jobs. That's not what we do. We have our mentors there. And the third part, which is the one that I'm so passionate about, is the gig side. We know how hard it is for Nigerians to get jobs with Fiverr and Upwork. Nobody's picking us. That's the truth. People have to go and create profiles in UK and lie that, yes, but we don't want to do that. We are creating something for Africans by Africans. And here's the thing. For instance, when I wanted to start the development of OpportuNation, I got a Nigerian sitting in a small town in Benue State who built this app that we have. This guy is amazing, but nobody knows about him. He's struggling to find gigs on Fiverr, and he did the job for me beautifully. So that is what we're trying to project. We want the world to see that we have the talent, very skilled and competent ones. They should forget about all the bad press. So we will verify who comes on the app, and we will give opportunities to our people to land those global gigs. So that's what makes us stand out. Jobberman is great. Indeed, it's doing amazing, but we are an integrated system.
All right. Thank you. I am actually interested in this conversation, given the fact that, it aims to bring people with talent from different places to, leverage OpportuNation in, telling the world about what they've got to offer. That's an excellent one. Well done, Madam Valerie. All right.
Thank you.
So we also discovered as a fact that many African job platforms remain locally confined, like just within existing as a shadow of their own in their respective locations. So what specific systems or partnerships OpportuNation trying to, build on to connect with African talents, in a global world? Not just about, job listings and all of that.
Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, I have a background. I'm actually a HR professional. I have more than 10 years working as a HR professional. I've worked in so many organizations, and I come from the NGO sector. So we are in talks right now with international NGOs to partner so that we can have these talents that we are hoping to get on the platform to reach global opportunities. The truth is there are Nigerians working internationally. There are a lot of Nigerians who have moved from Nigeria to, I don't know where, Ghana, to the US, to the UK to work. So we know that it is possible. So, and this is the kind of people we're trying to attract as mentors so that they can teach others how they did it to get to this
Yeah.
point. What we're also doing is we have a lot of global recruiters that I'm working with. I don't want to mention names, but when you get to the app, you'd see some people there who are global recruiters who'll be there finding people. And we're talking to them to say, oh, please, if you're looking for a certain kind of talent, if you're looking for someone with certain kind of experience, going to OpportuNation, we're ensuring that our users have that quality. And that is how we intend to go across borders. I know that local listings are what we have right now, but we're planning to move further to get remote jobs from, we're trying to partner. We're still in talks. We just launched, so we're doing a lot of advocacy right now. We're hoping that in the coming months, we can begin to establish that contact. Yeah.
At OpportuNation, you have certain courses that you offer, your essentials. I hope I got the term correctly. Tell us more about this course, this Microsoft Essential and other courses that you are offering, and what the essence of these courses is.
Okay, this came purely from experience as a hirer. You'll be shocked that folks come out of the university, do the NYSC, and they don't know anything about Microsoft. I mean, in today's global market, you should be able to at least put down an email. It's kind of like the
Yeah,
basics. A lot of folks
yeah.
cannot even maneuver Outlook. They don't know what it is. They don't know what Microsoft
Mhm.
Office, the whole package is. So we
Mhm.
put those as like the basis, like the foundation. Like if you're out of school, you want to get into the global market, this is some of the things that you must
Okay.
have. At least know the Microsoft essentials, know what Word is, know what
Okay.
Excel is, know what PPT is, like the whole thing. With that, at least you have a bit of tools to maneuver your way when the
Yeah.
opportunities come. The second
Mhm.
course that is on the platform is Hire Ready CV. I can tell you for a
Okay.
fact that a lot of our people, they're very good. They know their onions. They're really good, but they don't know how to put a CV together. They don't know how to put a resume together. I have seen resumes. In fact, I just advertised for a few positions for OpportuNation a
Yeah.
couple of days ago, and I could find people writing resumes in two different fonts. Someone starts a sentence with capital letter and end with like
Mhm.
it's just so messy. So we're hoping that the Hire
Yeah.
Ready CV course would help people to understand what they need to have. And then we also have like our AI resume analyzer on the app is free for the first time. So if you're coming in for the first time, you can pass your resume by it. It will help you clean it up so that you can start to apply for jobs on the app. So coming to the app and just seeing jobs and you apply, you're not going to get called if you don't go through all of this process. So that's why I said it's an integrated system.
Sorry, I want you to clarify what you just said. You said if you just come to the app and you don't go through all this process, you won't get job. I want to know
What
what
I
do you
mean
imply by
is
that?
the process is what helps you land jobs. I'm not saying you won't get jobs. I'm saying that process helps you land. A lot of people tell you that, oh, I've been applying for jobs. I keep applying. I've applied for 1,000 jobs. I've applied for 500 jobs and nobody calls me. That's because you don't have the right skills. So the platform is
Okay.
existing in such a way that you can learn, you can get your resume
Okay.
cleaned up, and then you can apply for jobs.
Right. Thank you for that, Madam Valerie. So moving on, you would agree with me that AI-based career platforms rely heavily on user data. So how does OpportuNation ensure ethical use of data, and what measures are you putting in place to protect users' privacy while improving matching strategy?
Um, Data privacy is very important to me because I feel like a lot of big companies or the startups just come create products and farm for data, and that's all it's about. But for us, we only take what we need. What we need is just to learn how to help you on the app. And in short, we prioritize trust before technology. We are not, we're very transparent in what we're doing. So we do ensure that we protect the privacy of our users, and we have a data privacy policy on the app. Like before you log in, you have that, you can read it. If you're not comfortable with it, we'll tell you not to proceed. So we ensure that we have that checked out. We did a lot of legal work. It was quite stressful. We did a lot of legal work to ensure that we are not in breach of any data privacy rules.
Oh, that's awesome.
Okay, so while reading through your profile, the most catchy words I saw is Pioneer Mentor Network. It sounds very sophisticated. Tell us about it. What is Pioneer Mentor Network about?
Yes, so there's so many ways. OpportuNation is like like my product guy likes to tell me, OpportuNation is five apps in one. So we have what we call our mentorship network. So our pioneer mentors are the first set of people who we have brought onto the platform as
Yeah.
mentors. They cut across different fields. We have folks from finance, we have folks from I don't know, just all over the world, like people from everywhere.
Okay.
I cannot tell you from the bat of my hand because there's so many of them. A lot of them had indicated interest themselves. Some I know personally, some I know of friends from friends, some through our networks on LinkedIn. So these mentors are the people who have agreed that they want to come on OpportuNation and guide young job seekers. Or if you're trying to do a career change, someone who is already in the business, who has years of experience in the business. So how we select these people is through a very rigorous process. Not all of them were happy to go through that process, but it's very important to us that we have the right people mentoring on OpportuNation. So these young people, some of them are young, some of them are very experienced, and hold the hand of our users to ensure that if you want anything, if you're trying to achieve anything, there's someone who has done it before. If you're trying to be the CMD of a medical organization, there's someone who has been there before, and we're trying to get them there so that they can hold your hand. It is a way to make money for mentors, but most of our mentors have offered to do it for free. But we've learned that Africans do not like to be serious when they don't pay for something. So some of them may charge a small fee to ensure that people are committed to the mentorships that they offer. So it's also a way for us to generate revenue on the app.
I have one thing I want to ask. You mentioned earlier at the start of this conversation that Nigerians are not being selected in many platforms like Fiverr, Appen, and the rest. In your opinion, what do you think is causing this exclusion of, should I say rejection? I don't want to use the word rejection of Nigerians. Is there some kind of stigma, or do you think?
Of course, the stigma exists. There's no running away from that. The stigma does exist. But I think it's more about an issue of trust, because as much as we have people who are doing well, there are also people who are not doing very well. And it's not because they do not have the skills, it's because they do not understand the terms. And that is where our verification comes in. So for instance, before you will put your gig on, or like you bid for a gig on OpportuNation, there's a certain process that you have to go to, because we understand our people, we know the market, we know how it works for us. But the global guys, they do not know it like that. And truly, the truth is, we are not the target. The Upwork and Fiverr were not created for Africans. They're created for another demographic. It's nice that Africans are on it, but it is not specifically for us. And that's where OpportuNation comes in. We're doing what is for us by us. So we understand what we want. We understand what we can offer. And we hope that in the future, we can partner with Fiverr and say, look, this is OpportuNation. We're doing well. By the time they even see us doing well, they'll come running. So that's the dream. It's a big vision, but yeah.
It's indeed a big vision. I wish you the very best moving forward. So now we are going to the final round of the questions now. And before we do that, I'd like to appreciate you, for taking your time to share the journey ahead and what you've done, what you are doing, and what you will still likely do for OpportuNation moving forward. All right, congratulations, Madam Valerie. So now, moving on to the last question from my part. Beyond matching job seekers with job owners and all of that, how do you want to transform? What's your vision for OpportuNation using artificial intelligence to transform, job network in Africa moving forward?
The truth is, in a few years, in a couple of years from now, Africa will turn from a job-seeking continent to a job-creating one. When you watch the trends, our numbers are increasing. Our young people are increasing, and a lot of investors are looking back to Africa and saying, okay, maybe this is where we should be, and we just want to be prepared for that. And when it is time, let's take, for instance, what's happening with the Trump effect, like I like to call it. Everyone is saying, okay, don't go to China to get labor anymore. And Apple cannot hire from China anymore. They moved to India, and Trump was not happy about it. Guess where he's going to go next? Guess where they are all going to go next? Because it's Africa. Africans built what we know as America today. So they know it and they'll be coming. So we have to be ready so that we can be paid correctly. And that's another challenge we have. The dream is to ensure that when it is time, we're paid correctly, we have the right skills, and we show the world what we are capable of. That is the dream. That is the vision behind OpportuNation. Another thing is there are a lot of skill gaps. We cannot lie. We're good, but we could be better. OpportuNation exists to provide those skills through the courses. And another part of OpportuNation that is so beautiful, like I said, is the gig side. Now, when we say gigs, a lot of people like to think of it as tech gigs. No, the makeup artist has a gig. In this part of the world, that's what it's called. So there's the blue collar guys. The blue collar guys are not represented enough, and we're hoping that we can use our platform to show the world what we're capable of. So AI is great. AI is just there to help people get better resumes. AI is there to get work done faster, but the real human capital that we have, we want to make sure that we are ready for the next couple of decades because the world will come. We just have to be ready.
Right. Thank you, Madam Valerie. Nelson.
Okay, my parting question for you is, in this modern scene, does university degree still count in the HR space? Do you still value degrees as a HR professional? Should people still try to pursue and acquire degrees, or should we just forget about degrees and look for skills, if you want to get make headway in the job market?
But the truth is, education has evolved. I mean, in the past 5 years after COVID, the things we studied are beginning to change. We've seen changes in almost every sector, from healthcare down to, I don't know what, the trades. So yes, a degree will always be valuable, believe it or not. A degree would always be valuable because it just helps you. Now, the problem is how we apply that knowledge. The problem is the fact that, oh, I have this knowledge and I just want to stick with it. You can combine it with any other thing. So, for instance, you could be a finance guy. I like to use this example. You could be a finance guy who is doing car detailing, cleaning of cars. Now you use your finance knowledge. You have the skill as a car detailer, like you're a car wash guy, but you use your knowledge from finance to create that system that will make your car detailing business stand out. This is what is important. So the normal guy who didn't do finance and wants to do a car detailing business, and you who has a degree and wants to do a car detailing business, there should be a difference. There should just be a difference. That's the thing. So education is good, it's great, it will always be, but ensure that you have more skills. Do not box yourself in. And that's again what we're doing with the courses on OpportuNation, because we know that a lot of our people have the flat education. So for instance, somebody studied business management in the university, and you can apply business management to HR. Okay, when you get to HR has so many babies. There's talent acquisition, there's compensation and benefits, there's health and safety. you have the flatline knowledge, so you need a little bit of skill to be able to excel in those other babies, right? So that's where we come in.
Thanks for this very insightful answer. And thank you for honoring our invitation for interview. I wish you
Thank
success
you
in
for
your endeavors.
making the time. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right. Valerie, Amoko, I want to be sure I did not murder that.
Yes, it's Amoko, but yeah.
Amoko, all right. Thank you. Thank you for honoring our invitation. We are indeed pleased to have you around. Thank you, and we wish you well in the journey ahead.
Thank you so much, Omotola and Nelson. It was really great chatting with you both.
All right. Thank you. So, lastly, before we wrap it up, we would like to know if you have any, parting word, for TechPoly too.
Oh yes, I do have a question. I understand that you're into media. So I wanted to know if you partner with other startups to promote their products beyond interviews like this. Do you have wide reach for like marketing? Because we're really at the point where we want to begin to market. So if you do, what are your services like? Is there something we can do together just to, expand our reach on both sides?
Yes, exactly. We do, and this is the first stage of our partnership reach. When we write about a startup, we tell our readers about the new thing they should know and why they should opt on the same. So from there, we create a leverage in telling the stories of African startups and showing it to the world. Now, coming about the marketing part, this is a system that we are currently developing, and we'll get in touch with you as soon as we finalize on the same.
All right, that's great. I'll be glad to partner with you guys.
Oh, we'll gladly reach out.
Thank you. So that will be all for me. I don't have any more questions.
All right. Thank you.